Hi and welcome to Den's Shed. I'm Den, this is the shed, and this is the Mini Landrover so far. Well, the body is almost complete, I'm glad to say. Took a bit longer than I thought. Since last time you've got doors, an interior and a bonnet. That doesn't sound much, but that's about a year's work, I think. Right, the bonnet is made from the door section of the antique medicine cabinet. It's about 105 years old now, so... Right. Look inside there, you see these are the two corners of the doors. It's bolted together, and this is a piece of 6mm acrylic, which is screwed to it with countersunk screws, which are then filled in with resin, and this is stuck with resin also. I think it's fiberglass resin. And that ties all in together, and acts as filler as well. So altogether, it's come out really well. Even made a little support for it, with my last remaining rose joint. Hinges are scaled from my brother's TD5, thanks to loaner Phil. And also the door hinges as well. The doors are again the size of the medicine cabinet. And what I've done, I've gone for the later style Landrover 90, door handles, because my huge fingers wouldn't get into those little pockets that they have with a little latch on the older type. So what I did, got a chunk of aluminium in the lathe at work, turned it to a top hat shape. This diameter smaller than this one. And this was sculpted out on the CNC mill with a ball nose cutter and a radius cutter on the edge. And that was pressed into the door with some retaining compound, my favourite. And after it's sanded back, it looks like it's part of the door. Now the other door you can't see, but I've lightly primed it and it doesn't show the join and it looks fantastic. I'm very pleased with the way it's turned out. It's taken a long time, but it was worth it. It looks like a pressed steel panel, which in fact it is. In fact, I think they're aluminium, aren't they? I don't know. Anyway, metal. Right. The interior. I was going to be a cheapskate and just go for some polystyrene blocks and put some sponge foam over them, but I thought, why not just do it properly? And I've gone for aluminium. I think that's 1mm plate. And there's a little feature I've added. This gear stick is in fact the main power switch. So when you put it forward, provided I wire it the right way, the power will come on to the radio from the battery and also the lighting circuitry. And in here is the, I may have mentioned it before, this is a voltmeter. You can see it better from there. And when the power comes on, this pretends to be electric speedo and it'll show the battery level. Yeah, it's taken a while to get it all, well, it's still not finished. I've got to get the door gaps right, bit of tweaking, bit of modifying here and there before I finally strip it and paint it. As I mentioned before, what I intend to do is a series of videos of me building it from the ground up, so you can see how I went about it and what I did. Getting excited now because it's nearly finished. Here is the gearbox, the mid-box. I'm wearing my shed goggles again with my 8-man stuck to them, so I hope you can see this okay. This is the gearbox that does the forward neutral reverse thing. I'm sure you're bright enough to understand how it works. There's the crown gear and the two pinions. The first attempt at this, I hardened the gears too much. I was actually given the wrong information and it smashed all the teeth off when it slipped out of gear. This one, I've now full power tested, unwittingly though. The radio the other day fell over and it knocked the forward gear into forward. I hadn't realised this, and I'm revving the engine almost flat out to clear all the oil out of it. It hadn't been started in a while. And when I connected the radio, switched it on, as it connected 5 seconds later, it slammed into gear at full throttle, making a hell of a crunch, and it wheel spun. And that happened at least twice. I better be more careful. I think beer was a problem there. Anyway, so all better now. I know these gears will take all the crap they can give them, and there's no teeth in there this time. So, good, I've passed the test. I've added this little feature here also, which is like a manometer. It's out of these two nipples, and this will show the gear oil level in the level box. So a few little things like that I'm doing. Oh yeah, and someone said to me, you know, you've got to have a trailer, and well, all in good time, but if you have a trailer, obviously you need a tow bar. So I made this. It's a Clevis type and also a ball hitch, pretty well scaled to an old Series 2. And of course, if you've got lights on the Landrover, if they work, I hope they do, you've got to have lights on the trailer. So what better than a 6-pin plug, which goes into the hole in the bumper, which no one knows actually what it does. I don't know what it's for. The Land Rovers have them. I was told it was a power takeoff. I'd never seen a shaft come out of one. I've seen one at a custom show where the exhaust comes out of there. I don't know what it's for, but anyway, I've hidden my 6-pin socket inside there to stop it getting damaged. So that'll be the 6-pin plug for the trailer. I think it makes the back end much more authentic now to have the ball hitch there. Anyway, I'm not sure if we had the inside panel there last time. That's aluminium again. Yeah, so we're almost ready now to start spraying. Oh yeah, the final part, of course, will be the upholstery, which is going to be neoprene foam. It's going to go inside there, even on the roof as well. It'll be all upholstered. What isn't covered will be sprayed satin black plastic coat, so it all looks like a cloth interior. So that's that. Oh yeah, the loom, right. So the loom is coming along reasonably well. I've melted a flash unit the other day, being careless. The last feature I added were these. I'm using like a Morris Minor type flasher unit, and the small bulbs we've got in these lights won't flash. There's not enough load on the unit. So what I've done, I've hidden a bigger car bulb inside these boxes. And these are going to be, you probably guessed, the repeaters. So they're going to go into the body there, be glued in, and they will be in the circuitry in series with the flasher circuitry. And these flash, and they get a little bit warm, but not hot, so I've checked if that's okay. So we're going to have that little feature there as well. So eventually, the main stick there, when the power comes on, the meter will come on to tell you the battery level. The side lights will come on full time to remind me the radio is on, which I forgot once before. Indicators will come on with the left-hand stick on the radio, because that's redundant. Headlights on one of the other switches. What else? I've added the engine kill as well, so that's fine. Reversing lights work on the mechanism. There's a micro switch in there, as do the brake lights. And that's about it. So when I've got that wired up, we'll get stripped, sprayed, and upholstered, and that'll be Project Land Rover finished. Hopefully satisfactory. There were some other problems I'll go into stage by stage. I'm on my 3rd carburettor now, and I've redesigned the fuel tank and put it somewhere else, but that's another day. Right, well, that's about all for now. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.